MP, you're about to go off.
Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations of these rules to your security guard or the staff member.
A reminder, fans, who must have come to join us for our training content. The first and on the back in the arena will receive a training call pass. Arrive early to the fan zone and get installed by Steve Wood and the Red Girl. Be here for our mascot mania. All fans in attendance will receive a poster of Steve Wood.
DC family, check out our upcoming home games for information on available tickets. Visit us online.
Hi, everyone. We've got a good one for you tonight. It's Game 3 of the NBA Cup for both of these teams. Let's get started. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. A moment here now to see the numbers for MP.
And, guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. The guard set is Giddey and White. Buzelis out there with Vucevic, and it's Dosunmu in at the 3 slot. And for the Wizards, they've got Sarr. George is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Marcus Smart, and it's Carrington in at the shooting guard position. This is Game 3 for these teams in the NBA Cup Tournament group play. That adds an extra level of intensity, doesn't it?
Kevin, it certainly does, especially because one of these teams has much more to lose. At this point, only one of them might be playing to advance in this tournament.
Smart passes to George. Middleton outside. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. And White kicks to Giddey. Pass to Dosunmu. Clock at 6. Picked by Vucevic. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Here's White. From outside, off the mark. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. That one falls.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Giddey finds Vucevic. White looking around. Picked by Vucevic. A 3-ball. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Now here's Smart. His last outing, 16 points for him. Here's Middleton. And it's White with the rebound.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Giddey the pass to White. Jacks up a 3. And Sarr pulls it down. Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Smart. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
My goodness, Josh Giddey using every bit of that frame to send that one back.
Middleton outside. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Dosunmu.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Here's White. Count that one. White's got 5 points so far.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Smart. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
There's been a lot of turnover in Washington, Doris, over the last few years. Where do you think they go from here?
I think the first thing they're looking for, Kevin, is obviously a cornerstone around which to build your team. Recently, it was Bradley Beal. Now they are looking for someone to step up and be their guy.
The first free throw is good. Already one of the best passers in the NBA. Josh Giddey. DB, what's next for him?
I think the only thing that has to improve is the consistency from range shooting. It's such an important aspect for a guard to play. But he's shown a willingness and a found confidence in that perimeter game. And let's remember, Kev, he's in his early 20s. There's so much time for development.
Wizards trail by 4. And George kicks to Smart. Now, here is George. He's covered closely. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And he found a soft spot in the D on that possession.
Giddey the pass to Vucevic. Outside, White. Vucevic setting the pick for White. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Washington. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Man, that game goes down to the wire. Both teams exhausted, but only one has something left for the encore.
You know, that one's a tough one to take. You force the extra session, and then you have the heartbreak of not being able to get it done in the extra session. Brutal.
White wide open. He fired. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
George passes to Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Outside, White. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Dosunmu. Into the lane. Great D that time for Middleton.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Now, here is George. He's coming off a 10-point game against Indiana. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal.
It's going to go on Buzelis.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Wizards shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That's good from George. Taking a look at Washington. They've lost both of their NBA Cup games so far. A rough start.
For sure, because even if they win tonight, it'd take a miracle for them to advance. But hey, this one still counts in the regular season standings.
And then the situation for the Bulls. This is their 3rd group play game. And with a 1-1 record, this is really a must-win contest.
And with this one, being on the road, it won't be easy. They're going to have to fight to stay alive in this NBA Cup tournament.
Pass to Carrington. Middleton inside the three-point line. And another miss by Washington.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Middleton against Giddey. Great D that time for Middleton.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Right side, George. Middleton looking it over. Pass to Saar. No good. That would have tied it. Chicago leading. Here's Giddey. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Boy, it looked like the defense was perfectly positioned. Outstanding contest. Josh Giddey says, I don't care. I'm scoring anyway.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season. Kisper's checked in for the Wizards. And Chicago also making a switch. MV's checked in. And here is Kispert. 12 points his last outing. In the corner, Smart with it. And Middleton kicks to George. Just 5 on the clock. Saar sets the screen for George. It's good from long range. George has got 6. And for MP specifically, these cup games have extra meaning. He's made it very clear. He really wants to take this home.
And I think of this game 3 of the group stage as moving day. We separate the contenders from the pretenders. MP will have to step up, take on a big role tonight.
Marcus Smart does a little bit of everything. You love to see him sharing the rock.
Dosunmu, the pass to Vucevic. To the paint, looking for George. He gets it there. Now, here's Kispert. Defended by Dosunmu. And George kicks to Middleton. Back to George. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
It's good.
A great sign for MP in his career, the ability to convert in traffic.
And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for Washington. George against MP. Good on the bucket. That's 12 points for George.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in the zone.
Outside, White. On the wing, Dosunmu. Defended by Kispert. Dosunmu's shot's good.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Pass to Kispert. Middleton with it. White covering. He gets that one. And the Wizards lead by 3.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside, White. Takes it inside. How does the development, Greg, of role players affect the team?
It can be a major factor. Being able to fill the needs of a team, that's what it's all about. A shot here, a block there, structural players, critical.
And that one falls for White.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Champagne's checked in. Bays subbed in for Chris Middleton. Then for the Bulls, Zach Collins checked in for Vucevic, and Kevin Huerter subbed in for Dosunmu. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Kisper with it. Scoreless thus far.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
On the wing, MP. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. MP's got his second bucket of the game to go. Brogdon the pass to Bay. Brogdon a screen on Huerter. Bay in the post. He's defended by Huerter. Bounce pass from Bay. A shot by Brogdon wide open. Hands it from downtown.
Well, Malcolm Brogdon already has a 50, 40, 90, the ultimate efficient season under his belt, putting in work from the three-point line.
Now, here's MP. That one, no good. Washington leading now by 4. Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by Giddey. Bulls have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. And it's good for 2.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's Brogdon following the basket by MP. Bay passes to Brogdon. His three-pointers off the mark. Chicago has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Now, here's Kispert. Defense right on him. Brogdon against Collins. The shot by Brogdon, no good. Here's a chance for them to retake the lead.
And they have done well to stick around these last few minutes.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Hey guys, the Wizards' #2 overall pick Alex Sarr wanted to be in Washington, D.C., and his defense gets him on the court right away. Not to mention, the Wizards are in a rebuild, and if his offense comes along, he could be a foundational piece for this franchise. Everyone's excited to see the development of Alex Sarr.
You're right, a big piece. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Giddey against Brogdon. Pass to Bay. Lets it go from deep. And it's White with the rebound. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Here's Huerter. It's blocked.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential. Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Outside, White. Pass to Collins. MP up top. Back to Collins. So it's a tie game as we end the first. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots.
think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Taking a look at the Bulls, Kevin Huerter is out there with Jones. Then it's MP. Then it's Buzelis, and it's Collins in at the 5 down low. Brogdon the pass to Kispert. Back to Brogdon. Banked in off the glass. Brogdon's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, it takes a certain level of composure and willingness to absorb contact on the interior. Step up there, Mr. Brogdon.
Now, here's MP. Last game with 30 points. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
Collins dishes to Jones. MP inside. Defended by Kispert. It's MP muscling his way for 2.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
Holmes setting the big for Brogdon. Trying to find Holmes. Gets it to him. Can't cash in from close range. Here's Chicago. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Here's MP. The rebound by Malcolm Brogdon. Washington shooting at 46%, making some buckets. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Down low. And Holmes throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
MP, good.
MP showing he's willing to engage the contact in the painted area. Overcome the challenges, young sir.
Here's Brogdon. You saw him with 10 points last game. Holmes with a screen on Jones. And here's Brogdon from the arc. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they've built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And that's exactly what happened. Guys came off the bench ready to play. The offense didn't miss a beat.
So it's the Wizards now. The Bulls getting the bucket. And the shot goes in.
Boy, that's the level of aggression that can really kickstart an offense. Malcolm Brogdon puts it on the deck with authority.
At the top of the key, Buzelis misses off the left iron.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit. That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Here's Jones after the basket by Washington. No one near Huerter as he lets it fly. Offline with his 3. The Wizards with the lead. Brogdon outside. Pass to Champagny. Five on the clock. Brogdon inside the line. Buzelis grabs the board.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
MP outside. MP gets the job done inside. The Wizards have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Now, here's Holmes. Brogdon right side. Shot clock at 6. To the wing on the left. Here's Carrington. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Jones, the pass to MP. And yes, it's good. MP's got 18 points in the game.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Brogdon outside. Pass to Carrington. free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And the first one at the line is good, so it's both teams making substitutions here. And he makes both free throws. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Outside, White. Back to Jones. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That'll be his third foul so far.
And already his third foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the third quarter.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for the Wizards. Bay comes in for Chris Middleton. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Horton Tucker's checked in. Now Jones. Still yet to score. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's MP. Book it! MP with a tough shot.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And here is Brogdon. He has 7. Pass to Kispert. Drains the three-pointer. Kispert's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
It feels like Malcolm Brogdon, with every repetition, turns that passing from excellent to elite.
Now here's White. A 14-point game for him in the win against Memphis. And they double up MP. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Kispert with it. Jones covering. Kispert, no good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Brogdon with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
How about putting it on the deck and going with a level of intention? Malcolm Brogdon on the drive.
Jones finds MP. Right side, White. Fires from deep. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Such a reliable threat from range. You think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Here's Kispert. He's provided them with some scoring punch and is averaging 13 points a game. A shot by George, wide open. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's Chicago with the rebound. White's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's MP. Count that bucket. MP's got 22.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
Here's Brogdon to the middle. Outside for George. Kispert setting the pick for George. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Pass to Horton Tucker. Now, here's MP. Defended by George. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Bay wide open, and he fires. That ball's nice speed that time from George.
And I love how assertive Bay is offensively. Solid at catching the defender there off guard.
And Billy Donovan
Nobody wants
decides
to
to
play
call
freaking
timeout.
defense, right?
He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Chicago making some changes. Bruce Ellis is checked in for MP. Dosumu comes in for Horton Tucker. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Jones. Here's Giddey. He picked up 24 points in their last win against Memphis.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Buzelis with the ball, defended by George.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works with the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
Now here's White. He's got 10. That's to Vucevic. 6 to shoot. Over Sarr. Bay pulls it in. Wizards leading by 3. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Wizards have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Kispert's checked in for the Wizards.
One shot.
That free throw good from George. Bulls trail by 6. Outside, White. They can't stop the run with that one. Washington's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Kispert kicks to George. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Bulls.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
White and the Bulls with another miss.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
And Sarr gets it to go on the assist by George.
And that's where you want Sarr doing his work offensively. He is a tough cover in the paint.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. 1:57 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Buzelis. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. From 11 feet away. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
For three. Washington with the rebound. Carrying.